Subscribe, follow, like, share. Last Bell Boxing. These guys give you all the exclusives, and next time I get my fight date, it's going to be exclusive on here as well. So make sure you give them more.
Hello, welcome to Last Bell Boxing. Joined by Sean, all the way from Brighton. Good evening, Sean.
Good evening, mate. Good to be back.
Thank you very much. So, all things GBM. So, obviously, we've touched on GBM over the years on the channel. So, obviously, a little bit, I don't know, I think they've gone a little bit under the radar recently. We thought the DAZN deal was going to be bigger than it's proven to be, would be fair. He said with his DAZN hat on. So, simple question, Sean, before I give my gambit. Where do you see GBM fitting into the boxing landscape at the minute? They haven't done a Saudi show as far as I remember. Not really on the radar of Riyadh Season, Ring Magazine, Turkey Had a Shake as far as I can see. So where are they, Sean? Where are they?
They're probably, I don't want to sound disrespectful. This may come out the wrong way, but I think they're probably, if you was to compare it to football, they're probably a sort of championship playoff sort of level, as in boxing sort of promotion, I would say. And I think they're sort of lower to mid, a small hall promoter really is, as you say, with their fighters. They're not really household names, are they? I mean, hardcore fans that watches boxing most weeks obviously know who they are. But I think they're a bit sort of pushed down for what they can do, to be honest. Though, okay, it's good and well being on DAZN, but they haven't really got the star power to propel themselves.
So, obviously, they've got Yuri Fiore is probably the top of the roster, I'd say. They got the Dutch lad, that I forget his name, who seems to be coming up on the rails quite a lot. They've got an 8-man, I believe it's 8-man. They've got a super middleweight tournament this weekend, which I like that concept. It's good viewing. How do they get to that next level then, Sean? Is it a case of them going to try and get a Sky contract, because just give them a few more pennies in the bank? Because Izzy Asif isn't going to want to put his business in trouble by overspending. A bit like a football analogy, isn't it? They're not going to want to start, they've qualified for the Europa League, so they start spending big like Burnley did. And then next season they're in Division 1. I think they float in between small hall and arena fights, aren't they? They're somewhere in the middle. Very good production when you go to a show, very good. But is it a case of them buying a big contract, going and getting a Josh Kelly or someone like that, and building from there, a bit like Wasserman did? How do you think they propel themselves to that next level, Sean?
Yeah, it's going to be, isn't it? I think everything in sport and boxing especially comes down to finances and money. And although he's done a great job, he really has with GBM, I think it's going to be hard for him to get on a level. Well, anyone in boxing really. We've seen with Ben Shalom when he had the money, he still wasn't on their level or their shows of a Queensberry or Matchroom, and I think the gap's just too big to bridge. So I think, for a GBM, maybe they could get a deal with Discovery/TNT. I think that would be a good platform for them. They've got a lot of European fighters as well, so they can even put those on Eurosport like Sauerland did back in the day. I just think they obviously need a big cash injection to be able to propel them to become a decent sort of size promotional company.
Where do you put them as being bigger than Wasserman or not as big as Wasserman in boxing terms? Because remember, Wasserman are a pan sport agency, aren't they? However, in terms of boxing, would you consider GBM bigger as an outfit than Wasserman or not? Just out of interest.
I guess it depends how you break it down, really. I mean, don't forget, Kalle Sauerland's a big character in his own right. He probably has sort of superseded Ben Shalom in terms of that sort of scale of Hearn, Warren, and Sowlands. I think as a promotional company and the family own what they've done, Sowlands/Wasserman, I think they're probably bigger. I think GBM, I mean, in my mind, I still sort of think they're sort of Dennis Hobson level, who does the fights on Fight TV or Fight Zone, whatever it's called these days. So I think those two are the similar size promotional company. Then sort of you've got the big guns in Sowlands, Matchroom, Queensberry, Boxer.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I'll put GBM in. I wouldn't even have put them as big as NEC Sports when they was delivering fights on Channel 5. I think that was a bigger concern than GBM. I think GBM are just, like I've said, they're in that little grey area. They're bigger than the Carl Greaves of this world, and people like that. But you're right, I don't quite put them in the same league as Wasserman yet. So I think they're in that little niche area, and obviously Izzy's got ideas to break free from that. And the production and the fight nights are very, very good. But profile of fighters is a challenge, isn't it? I mean, this 8-man tournament on I don't even know if it's Friday or Saturday. How many of them eight fighters would you know, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that the tournament was on, to be honest. So I think that says a lot. So
that would suggest it's still Midland, South Yorkshire based, really, right? In terms of eyeballs on the shows.
Yeah.
It might be something that you come across on the zone just by accident and end up watching it because you're a boxing fan. But I do wonder about the reach of GBM with boxing fans. Quite interesting. Okay, that's mine and Sean's views on all things GBM. Again, if GBM are watching this, there's no offence intended, just our views. Like, comment, subscribe. This has been Last Bell Boxing, proudly sponsored by Sean Building Services and SC Travel. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much.